This is the Mongol Empire, easily the hardest formable in the entire game. Why is the hardest formable in the game? Because Mongolia is a difficult country to play, with your neighbors being China, who will most likely attack you, Russia, who completely blocks you off from expanding up north, and Kazakhstan, who will always be invaded by Russia. All with a much larger population than you, your best option is to expand down into Southeast Asia, where there aren't many players and I can easily expand in peace. Forming the Mongol Empire will be a challenge for any Rise of Nations player. Before you start, please join the Discord. It's at like 30 members right now, so it's linked in the description. Also, this guy in Texas thinks he can reach 1,000 subscribers before I do. So subscribe to the channel so Hazardius doesn't beat me in subscribers. Anyways, let's begin. So the plan is just to ally China and conquer the Southeast Asian for some nice population. Rush for Quantum to get political power gain, get fascism, and use fascism to stability farm so I can get 100 stability, which increases tax income and manpower gain by 50% and get infantry tech, and invade China with millions of troops. In the first game, China accepts the alliance. I sold electronics, maxed out spendings, and made 600 tanks. And since I allied China, I can move through its land down to Laos and Cambodia, which saves me a lot of time. As I was taking Laos, someone joined as Laos and made infantry. With his 50,000 troops, he killed a bunch of my tanks. And with limited resources in the beginning, this slowed me down quite a bit. But I was able to win the war and just kept expanding in Southeast Asia. After researching political power gain, I got fascism, which gains me 2 stability for every war declaration. With this buff, I justified and declared on any island nation I saw in the Pacific. I also set taxation to maximum for money, and since I get so much stability from declaring on countries, it's fine if I lose stability from it. I got tax research and infantry tech, and unfortunately China left the game and Australia invaded China. With millions of troops, I easily captured China, but Australia annexed his part of China before leaving, which means I had no choice but to invade Australia too. But suddenly, as I'm invading Australia, Russia released all. He knew I wanted to form the Mongol Empire and that I'd easily win if I invaded, so he chose to release and leave, so it takes me longer to form. Well, luckily I had a chief ambassador, so it didn't take that much to justify because I could justify 4 countries at a time. But it's gonna still be annoying with all the releasables. I made millions of infantry and just declared on all the releasables at the same time. As long as my stability is over 50, having 10 war exhaustion won't kill me. And after this, all I needed was the Carpathian Rus. And there we go, the Mongol Empire. It took until 2035, and if Russia hadn't released all, it would have been much faster. I've done what I've set out to do, but after this, I wanted to try again and form it faster than my previous run. I allied China, took Laos again, and Vietnam was a player, and I got a non-aggression pact with them. Then Japan invades them, and I don't get any of his land because I got the non-aggression pact. Got the Philippines and Malaysia, and of course I got fascism again and stability farm, and I got a beefy economy and made infantry, and China grew pretty suspicious in the chat. At this point, I'm already stronger than China, and I'm just waiting for the truce to end. I was supposed to declare on his ally, Pirate Republic, but he broke ties with all his allies. And since the truce hadn't ended, I took Korea and Japan in the meantime since they left. Right before I was going to invade China, he of course releases all. And he only did it so it would take longer for me to form. I declare out all the Chinese releasables at the same time without caring about war exhaustion, formed Yuan, stability farm, and I had to invade the Persian Empire to form. In endgame wars, you need to use bombers to weaken their cities, which is what I did because defense is very powerful. I made 500 bombers, and the second I declared, Persia leaves the game. Like, fair enough, I guess. At least he didn't release all, so it'd be more annoying for me. I still bomb his cities, so it gets unrest because it makes cities easier to capture. I helped Spain form the Spanish Empire, declared on the Russian releasables, and utterly refused to cede a part of Russia, so I had to invade him too. And there we go, Mongol Empire again. And it took much longer than my previous run because China released all, and Italy released some land I needed, but right in the end, he stopped responding, so it slowed me down. So yeah, I formed the Mongol Empire twice. So please join the Discord, and thanks for watching until the end. See you.